Let's get you more now on the appearance of Televangelist Timothy Omotoso. We now cross live to our reporter, Sidima Mfeku, who joins us now for a live update. So, Sidima, what is expected to come out of court today?
Well, police, we're expecting to hear what exactly are the charges that Timothy Omotoso is facing. We do understand that they have to do with the contravention of the immigration laws. We are currently outside the East London Magistrate's Court now, and we understand that the court is a little bit delaying. We've heard that the state is waiting for the prosecutor who is designated this particular case. But currently there are a couple of people that are outside here, including members of the church that Omotoso was supposed to lead here in East London, as well political parties, the EFF and the ANC, they are standing outside here. We do understand that these political parties are here to stand against the release of Omotoso, to in fact reiterate their cause that they want Timothy Omotoso out of this country, that he has no place in here. But also members of his church claiming that that had happened here outside this court, and the protest action was happening just exactly at the same time as the church was on, which is not really far from the Magistrate's Court, and it was organized by the chaplaincy of the Eastern Cape as well as that of the Buffalo City Metro. And to speak to us about some of the people that were of that march, we speak to Pastor Bulelani Palezweni, who says that, theirs is to make sure that the justice system gives enough support to the Department of Home Affairs for that arrest. I thank you very much for your time. Once again, Timothy Omotoso is arrested. What are your reactions to that?
We are happy that finally he was unable to avoid the hand of the law. This is like when we're thinking about this case and how it was handled, we're not very happy with how it was handled. But we have a responsibility, especially as the pastors, because this is a movement. It's starting here in East London. It's going to be all over the country. Ours is simple. We want to protect the good name of our country. That's the first thing. Secondly, ours is about protecting vulnerable women and girls, of our country. Thirdly, it's about protecting the cloth, protecting, the word reverend or the word pastor. We have a problem. We have a problem right there because the word of God is clear. It says that we must be above reproach. That word alone is, says a lot. And lastly, our movement or our belief is about protecting the moral bar and the morals and ethics of ours and of our country. The way that we were brought up. This whole thing, this whole saga from the beginning till now has actually affected the church, and it has affected the citizens and affected some of us are still dealing with the victims. Yeah. So we are happy that finally, our government has listened to us. The law and justice is going to prevail.
And when you're looking at the people that are members of this church, when you were here yesterday, you saw what was happening at that church, where people were, rejoicing, celebrating that, they're praying that Timothy Omotoso is released. What do you say to the people who are part of this church that you so believe is led by a person who does not have the dignity to?
We are not really, there. We don't want to be involved in that space. We don't want to look like we're demonizing people. But we are standing on the side of, on the right side. We want to be right with God and be right with people. It's their choice where they go, which church they go to. But ours to protect the Christian faith. People out there must just know there are still, children of God, there are pastors, there are still reverends. Stand for the truth and say what is right and what is wrong is right. What is moral and what is immoral is immoral. You know, what is ethical and what is not. So that's what we're all about. We're not out to say, you're not supposed to go there. People believe, and we don't have a problem with that, but we have a problem with someone who's contaminating, our Christian faith and also putting the good name of our country into disrepute.
What do you hope happens after all this?
We hope today that, Omotoso is going to be given, what is called a persona non grata. That's what we're hoping for. We're hoping that the court, gives him a label and says that he is someone who's unwanted, someone who is not supposed to be in our country. And that's what we're advocating for. We are just saying, humbly, we are saying he must just go back to his country. He has done enough to damage the Christian faith and the good name of our country and the gospel.
Yeah. And people would say that, there's quite a lot of pastors in South Africa who are from South Africa that, pose as pastors but also do things of the same nature as what Timothy Omotoso is alleged to have done. What actions would you take maybe against those people?
I just want to put it out beginning. We are going to clean up the pulpit. That's what we are going to do. We are going to go out there and we are going to clean out the pulpit. And everyone, who's still out there, who is doing what he's doing, he must just know that we are going to go out to get them. We can't all be put together, in one basket with people who are not doing right. When there are people who are doing right, we just can't accept that.
Thank you very much for your time. That is Pastor Bulelani Palezweni, who is actually telling us that, they are going to make sure that people who pose as pastors tainting the image and the dignity of the religion of Christianity, they are going to deal with from today going on. And we do understand that there's a couple of young people that are also expected to come to court and join the march. They were saying that, because of this church that is situated not far from their residences and their campus, they really do not feel safe. They were saying that sometimes there's men roaming around the streets whom they believe are from this church, and they saying that it's difficult for them, especially for females, to move around the area and to even study. But we will monitor what is going to be happening here in the East London Magistrate's Court as well as on the ground outside here.
Sidima Mfeku was our reporter on that story. Thanks very much indeed for that update, and we apologize for the poor picture and sound quality on that story.